Hey friends, this is Eddie. Real quick, I wanted to demonstrate a concept that I talked about earlier today, just to add a point of clarification for when you buy multiple contracts or you get into a position that has got multiple contracts. How do you actually take profit on some of those contracts, not necessarily all at the same time, but step by step. So I'm going to demonstrate here, just getting into a contract. Right now I'm set up over here looking at S&P 500. It's about 10:30 in the morning, give or take. So what I want to do is get into about 5 to 10 contracts. This is not something I would normally do, but that many contracts. So I'm just going to pick maybe one DTE for 11 August, and I'm going to go along on some contracts here. I'm going to buy about 7 of these. So each of them is costing about $21.50. I'm going to buy about 7 of those. No stop loss at the moment. And let's see whether we can get filled. We did get filled at 21.35. I'm going to write that number down here. 21.35. And as I look at my monitor here, I notice that notice here that I am up about $70, give or take. So, well, make that $350, give or take. Obviously, the more contracts that you buy, the faster that you see the profit, but also the faster that you see the loss. So you can see that I'm fluctuating up and down between 140, 420. I'd seen 280. But let's look at the chart to see where we are. We bought these at about 41.88. Maybe if we can test the high of the day over here, which was 41.98, that would be something we can do. But let's examine. Let's say that at the moment, if we go back to our monitor screen, you can see that I'm up about $910. So what I could do is that I could take some profit off by going to sell. Notice that I'm going to create a selling order, and instead of selling all 7, I'm just going to maybe take 2 off the table. How about that? All right, where's my cursor here? I'm just going to take 2 off the table, and I'm just going to go with the current price right now of 22. It's a 22. Go ahead and lock 22.70, confirm and send. So I've taken 2 off the table and it got sold here at 22.85. Now notice that if I go to my monitor screen and go into my equity, my position statement, equities and equity options, I still have about 5 left, right? I've got about 5 left, but remember that we just sold at 22.85, which means that I collected about $1.50, or I closed in $300 in profit so far. So at the moment, I am up $900, and year to date, it's been up. Let's just do the math: 1150 to 1450. Well, it's moving so fast. Anyway, it's about $300, but we're trying to test the high of the day, and as I get closer to that, I'm going to take profit as I see it. So I have a 1 DTE, so I'm fairly confident that if things go bad, then I can probably wait a whole day and hopefully things get better. But that's not my intention of staying in the trade that long. So I still have about 5 contracts to go. You know what? Things are going up. If I go back to my monitor screen and see that I am up 1150, how about I do this? I am going to create another closing order, and I'm going to take another 2 of them off. So bring down my 5 to about 2, and I'm going to lock that price in. Let's go ahead and take profit. Just sold at another 23.5. So you can see that I'm taking profit as I go along. Why would I want to do this? The reason I want to do this is if I have a precarious position, a position that I think is really good, but it could be getting worse and worse, then or there's some sort of risk, then I might want to take some profit off the table. So far, I have taken about 4 off the table. And if I go back here now to my positions statement, I can see that I've got 3 left. My profit and loss open so far is still about 765, give or take, right? And my year to date is still going up because this number is going up. Go back here to my open position. I might see that everything is, or my chart rather, everything is still going up. I'm on the 15-minute. I'm on the 15-minute time frame over here. So here's what I will do. I will go ahead and take another 2 off the table and leave 1 running for the rest of the day. How about that? So all I need to do is just go back here to the monitor screen and right click, create closing order. 2380, not very exciting considering that I got rid of I sold the other one at 2350. How do I know that? Because I can expand my field orders. Notice that I got in at 2135, took 2 of them out at 2285, took another 2 of them out at 2350, and the current price now is 2345. So it's fluctuating between 2350 and 2445. So you can see that to my advantage, I already took profit on 2 of them at 2350, and notice that the current price is now 2330. Do you see that? I'm looking at the mark. This number is changing here in real time, so I could wait for this number to go up a little bit, and maybe if we come closer to testing the high of the day, I might be able to get about $25. So I'm going to go ahead and set a closing order for another 2 of them at 25. Right now we're at 23.20. So here's what I will do. Right click, create closing order. It's going to ask me to sell all 3 of them, but no, I'm not going to sell all 3 of them. What I will do is sell 2 of them. And I will put in an order here for $25. Okay, I'm going to put in an order here for $25, confirm and send. And that is you know what, let's make that a GTC because this is a 1 DTE trade. Let's go make that $25, confirm and send. And then I'm going to go back to monitor again, since I still have 1 more that I can sell, that I can close. I'm going to right click again, create closing order, and this time instead of targeting $25, I'm going to let this one run up to about $30. That is possible. Is $30 possible? Oh yeah, because that represents about if the current premium is 23, give or take, that's a $7 premium increase, and all I need is for SPX to move up about $14. So let's see whether that is possible, and I'm going to make that GTC as well and confirm and send. So notice that I am able to send multiple orders at the same time for the same trade. So I've got 2 orders, got 2 working orders here. I should have one for $30. Where is it? Actually, let's see what happened to that. Create closing order. There we go. I forgot to change this one to 1 because I already have 2 of them. So I'm going to change this one back, $1 here. Sorry, quantity 1, and make sure this one says 30.00. And it's GTC. Confirm and send it. Go back to my monitor. Yes, I do now have 2 working orders. So 2 of them at 25, 1 of them at 30. So this one should sell in about another 15 cents. There we go, just sold. And I got 25.20, even better than I asked for, because I asked for 25 and it got sold at 25.20. And now I have my other running order, which is going to close roughly around $30, give or take, We've got about $4.70 to go. Go back to my chart here just to make sure that things are looking good. If we do come even close to testing the high of the day again, I should be able to hit that $30 fairly easily. So I'm fluctuating back and forth here. Look, the price has come down a little bit, but I was able to capture 25 and I'm just waiting for 30. So when it reaches 30, then all seven of my option contracts will have sold. So just to recap here, what we did is to open the trade, we opened it with seven contracts. We sold two at 22.85. We sold another two at 23.5. We sold another two at 25, and now we're looking to sell the other two, or the remaining one, at about $30. And all along, what we've been doing is basically capturing profit as we've gone along. Remember, we started out at zero, and now we have about $1,860. If I wanted to take the profit now right away, I could just change these from 30 to maybe around 25. That's where we are right now. That is how you would take profit, by scaling out of your trade. So you can always use these as a strategy. I would do these, when I think that I have a risky situation and I want to take profit, or I see a lot of up and down movement and I want to take advantage of that profit. So that is the way that I would actually work on that. I think it's very, very likely that we're going to see this, considering that we have a strong upward movement. Looking at ES at the moment, we are up $72, 73 points. Very, very strong move. I'm on the 15-minute chart. This candle here tells me this is a very strong bullish candle. And the reason I think it is very bullish is the previous one is, forget what they call it, but notice that even though it's red, this is actually a bullish candle. At one time it was red, solid red, but the buyers have come in, pushed the price up. We've made a very, very strong decision point at this moment here. So I'm confident that this trade will actually end up. So going back to the monitor just to see how it's going, we're at $25.95 or almost $26 there. So I still maintain that confidence that we will be up to $30. We're now at 26. If you notice, we are now at 26. Now, why would I do this? Again, why not just let the 7 go all the way to 30? Why didn't I do that? Well, I had no idea when I got into the trade. I had no idea that it was going to be that bullish. All I had was a thesis that said we had a strong bullish trend, bullish momentum, but there was also some risk. Maybe there was some sort of Fed announcement coming in, or some rates being announced, and you want to take profits as you see them. So that's another reason, or a strategy that might compel you to want to take your profit a little bit at a time. Also, since this is a 1 DTE, it means that I can take some profits today and the rest tomorrow. If that one trade does not go well, then what I want to do is make sure that I don't lose everything. So there you have it. This is Eddie.